There's not a whole lot I can say here. The video is going to be pretty self-explanatory, so I'll try and do my best to just shut up for a while. I really don't need that much, I guess. Now you'll notice on the top of this little, what you might call a peg, is a little flat spot, and it has to match up with the flat spot on this cowling. And see if I can get it so that you can see it here. It should go like this, something like this. Well, it'll stick once we get some glue on it, I'm sure. And the reason being is, don't know if you can see it, see if I can point with the toothpick. There's a little protrusion coming out of the front there. That's sort of an air intake for something, maybe an oil cooler or something like that, I don't know. But I did notice that in the Stefan's drawings as well, so I guess I tried to reproduce it as accurately as possible. Now I know my fingers are kind of blocking your vision there, but I suppose I could use clothespins to hold these shut because I'm wondering if my glue is losing its efficiency. Does anybody know about that? Does the Tamiya Extra Thin lose its potency after a while? I don't think so. I think it just evaporates and that's that. Don't want it to stick to my fingers either. Well, that's one. I'm going to do the other one the same way. Now the other one here did not go as well. It looks pretty rough. There's, see if I can turn this over here. You see along there, I guess the glue must have got on my fingers and then it dissolved the plastic. And then there's a lot of flashing right all the way around in the middle of both of them. Got to get that off. This one's particularly bad. Well, they're somewhat better. I think once they're painted, they'll be okay. At least I got rid of most of the flashing, probably 90% of it. And anyway, it's going to be stuck back in the hanger. And for the 14th time, nobody's going to see it anyway. Now, I had been thinking that these floats, possibly there was a right and a left, but they're both symmetrical. I don't think it makes any difference which one goes where. But this little piece here that I can't seem to hold on to, it's no longer going to work properly, because what was supposed to happen is, if I could grab hold of it, is it was supposed to go like this against the fuselage, and then this part right here that I'm just touching with my finger, that was supposed to go into the hole that's in the wing, which is now, I don't know where it is. But anyway, it's not going to work because when that wing's not going to be there. So I can probably use this piece and this piece, but the piece that goes up to the wing, I think I'm going to have to just clip that off. Yeah, I'm wondering maybe what I should do is make the cross pieces for the floats. Try and figure out how far apart they were supposed to be. Probably about like that. And make some sort of little cross pieces. Then these will work a little better. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit precarious, actually. I just checked my comments here a few minutes ago from yesterday's video. And one of the comments, somebody was asking, he says, I've got the exact same razor saw as you've got. But what are these bolts that you've got in here? So, yeah, I'll explain what these bolts are all about here. I did this many, many years ago, actually. I've had this saw for quite a while. I bought it from, I think I bought this from Cellar Dweller. Oh, well, it was way back in the probably early 80s, I guess. Anyhow, and I've managed to not, dull it on something, like cutting through a nail or something stupid like that. It's still probably almost as sharp as it was when it was brand new. However, let me explain. I'm just going to move my stuff here because I don't want to be damaging, our little parts here that we worked so hard on. Okay, now, this saw, I bought this in Kelowna about 3 years ago. And what is unique about it is that it cuts when you pull. In other words, a draw saw. It's extremely sharp. I've never checked to see what kind of a kerf this thing has. I don't know if it has any kerf at all. Well, that's for the fun of it. Let's just check it out here. Why not? Got the time. Okay, we'll do this in inches here. Millimeters. Okay, now it's in inches. We'll do it in thousandths of an inch. First of all, we'll check the width of the blade, or the thickness of the blade, rather. Okay, it is approximately 35.5 thou. And oh, by the way, I did zero this. I don't know if you can see that. You're gonna have to trust me on this. 35.5. Now we'll check for the kerf here. I think if I go like this, I should be able to get it. It's about 53. Yeah, so it does have a bit of a kerf. Not much, though. Anyway, now wasn't that fun? Anyway, the idea that is that I wanted this saw to be a draw saw. Now, be very careful I don't cut myself here. So what I did was, originally what there was sort of a pressure fit dimple type thing that this blade fit into, and you could pull it out, but if you tried to turn it around and make it into a draw saw, the dimples were the wrong way for the way the blade was. So I drilled everything out, and yeah, that's what it was. If I turn it around, it becomes a draw saw instead of a push saw, and it actually works pretty good, except that it doesn't go 100% straight. Well, even right now it's kind of bent. What happened here? Anyway, it works fine, as you saw from yesterday's video. Okay, what I was thinking of doing is, I could take this blade back out, get a wooden broom handle, and have it so that it's about 2-3 inches longer out each way than the blade. In other words, this looks like about 5 inches. Cut a broom handle about 10 inches long, and then put the blade right in the middle, and that way, no matter, you could have either a draw saw if you pulled, if you held onto it one way, or you could turn it around and have it as a push saw the way it is right now. Yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, that's what these bolts are all about, just so I could turn the blade around. I just got curious here. I wonder what kind of a kerf does this thing have, if anything. I'm going to help squeeze it together here. Okay, it looks like about, just double check that. That can't be right. Okay, if I squeeze it together and get rid of all the kinks and ripples, it looks like it's about 7.5 thousandths. Now, we'll do the same thing here, and I hope that I'm not going to damage anything. Okay, if I squeeze it together, it goes down to about 12, 11. So it does have a very slight kerf, which is, a good thing, because you don't want the blade, binding on whatever you're trying to saw through. Anyway, now I think I must be getting old or something, because I did know about the photo etch for the canopy. But one of the viewers mentioned that as well as for the canopy, there's photo etch for the bracing, for the floats. And I'm thinking, well, that's great. Just checking now, yeah, there it is. I don't know why I didn't see that before. So I know that that's not going to give us very much strength, but it will give us the proper spacing, and it'll help. So I guess we need photo etch D22, and it looks like there's 2 of them. Okay, we got our plexiglass. Oh, those spots that you see in here, those are a reflection from my overhead lights, in case you didn't know what that was all about. Okay, photo etch D. Looks like there's 2 D sheets, so I don't know, we might need to use both of them. I honestly have not checked yet. What were we looking for here? D22. Okay, here's 19, 20, 20, 22, that's pretty obvious. Okay, D22 and D23. Well, according to the manual here. Oh no, I really can't read. Boy, am I ever getting old. Okay, so we do need D22 and D23. But there's 4 planes. Oh, and there's 4 sheets. Yep, I'm getting old. Now I was just noticing that the photo etch for the canopy is right beside the 2 pieces of photo etch for the floats. So as well as getting the cross bracing, we may as well get the photo etch for the canopy as well and kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Now this is very thin. Now the macro lens that I'm using right now, it goes down to 1:1. In other words, the image being on the sensor in the camera right now would be actually this big. Well, I guess it would be from, it'd be actual size if you move in as close as you want to or can. What am I trying to say here? I can't talk and work at the same time. Anyway, I've ordered a lens from B&H Photo that will move in 5 times closer than this. And it's a dedicated macro lens, whereas the one I've got on the camera right now, it, as well as doing excellent macro work, it only goes in as close as you can see right now. Whereas this other one, it's a dedicated macro lens in that it won't focus to infinity. It's a fixed focus lens, and it's specially designed for close-up work, like what we're doing right now. Plus the idea is I can actually move in 5 times closer, and so, in other words, it sort of goes between what we're doing right now and a microscope. I gotta quit talking here because it makes me shake. Did I do this one? I did now. Okay. This one here should be loose. I can see this is going to provide absolutely no strength. Hang on a second, I'm going to get my tweezers. I'm scared to squeeze too hard. Okay, I think in order to do this one here, I'm going to just turn my sheet around 180 degrees. Okay, I think I might have done this one already. Okay. Did I get this one? Yeah, I did. Okay, now we'll get these ones because they are also turned around and easier for me. It's easier for me to do this with my right hand. Ooh, I bent it. Having trouble getting underneath there. There we go. I'll see if I can straighten that later. Did I miss one? Maybe I just didn't go in for enough. Got it now, that's for sure. Well, here we go again with another one of those almost impossible photo etch situations where everything is just so small and so delicate So you can see how it's supposed to go here. The what I'm holding onto with the tweezers is supposed to go across between the floats, and these two other ones that are sticking out here are supposed to go up to the belly of the fuselage. Doesn't have anything on the float that I can see that indicates where it's supposed to fasten, so I think a person just sort of has to pretty much guess. Maybe I can put on my special glasses, but at least it will give an idea of the... Oh, wait a minute, I do see something. Looks like there's something right there, but I can't see it laying on top of the float. I think it would be fastened more to the upper side, like what I'm touching right there. I'm going to have to check Stefan's book and see if I can see anything. You know, it's not real important because for the 15th time, nobody's going to see it anyway. But you know what? This video is well over 20 minutes long already, I think. So I think we better cut it off here. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for watching.